She disappeared. No explanation, no closure, just silence where there used to be something. And you did the work. You stayed quiet. You stopped reaching out. You rebuilt something inside yourself that her absence had started to take apart. And then one day, without warning, a message arrives. Something casual. Something small. And everything you thought you had put down starts moving again. This moment is the most important moment in the entire dynamic. Not the beginning, not the relationship itself. This moment. Because how a man responds here tells a woman everything she needs to know about whether he changed or whether he is still exactly where she left him. Most men fail here, not because they are weak, because they are human. The message arrives and something in the body responds before the mind can catch up. The heart rate changes, old feelings surface, and before a man has had a single clear thought about what he actually wants, he has already replied, already shown his hand, already revealed that the silence affected him more than it affected her. That revelation is the end of whatever leverage his silence had built. Here's what women are actually doing when they send that message. It is rarely as simple as missing someone. Women who reach out after long silence are not always acting from love or deep longing. They are acting from uncertainty. A man who went quiet created an unanswered question in her mind. Where did he go? Did he move on? Does she still matter? People cannot leave unanswered questions alone. The silence a man holds after a woman pulls away does not just give him peace. It creates tension in her. And tension over time becomes the thing that pulls her attention back. Her message is not a confession, it is a probe. She is testing the emotional temperature, checking whether he is still waiting, whether absence changed him or whether he is the same man she left. Women read these answers not in what a man says, but in how quickly he says it. In the tone underneath the words, in whether he sounds settled or whether he sounds like someone who has been waiting for exactly this moment. The biggest mistake a man can make at this moment is responding from relief. When the message arrives and the response comes from that rush of feeling, everything about it communicates the wrong thing. It communicates that the silence was painful, that he was thinking about her, that her return matters more to him than his own stability. And the moment a woman senses that, the dynamic shifts completely. The uncertainty that was pulling her forward disappears. She has her answer. And when women have their answer, the pull stops. Do not reply immediately, not as a game, not to punish her. But because the first impulse to respond comes from emotion, and emotion is the worst possible foundation for this particular moment. Wait. Let the initial wave settle. Get back to the version of yourself that existed before the message arrived. That version is the one worth responding from. When you do respond, say less than you want to. Something short, something neutral, warm enough to acknowledge her without giving her the relief she was looking for. Something like, hey, hope things are good with you. That is all. No questions about where she went. No mention of the silence. No emotional temperature reading disguised as casual conversation. Just a response that communicates one thing clearly. You are fine. You were fine before she messaged, and you will be fine whether this conversation continues or disappears again. That response does something specific in her mind. It creates a new question where she expected an answer. She expected to sense where you stand. She expected to feel either the warmth of someone who missed her or the coldness of someone who is angry. What she did not expect is someone who seems genuinely unbothered. That unbothered quality is not something a man can fake effectively. Women sense performance immediately. The only way to carry it genuinely is to actually be it. And that is the real point underneath all of this. The goal is not to win a reaction from her. The goal is not to make her chase. The goal is to become a man whose emotional stability is not dependent on whether she reaches out or stays quiet. A man like that does not need a strategy for moments like this because his natural response is already the right one. He is not waiting. He is not tracking her silence against his own. He is living. And when she reaches back out, he responds from that life, not from the gap she left. If she continues the conversation, let her invest. Match her energy without exceeding it. If she apologizes, receive it without immediately releasing all the weight it cost her. If she disappears again, do nothing. No follow-up, no checking, no second message wondering if she saw the first one. Women do not lose respect for men who hold their ground quietly. They lose respect for men who cannot hold it at all. Your silence was never about her. It was always about you. Keep it that way.